Hey classmates, this is Melinda. I'm in my office here. It's super messy. This is where I do a lot of homework and get ready for doing teaching for church. And in fact, I'm getting ready for church right now, trying to also make this great video for you all. And it is going to be, um, I'm just going to review with you case study 4.2, which is revisiting the truth-telling debate, a study of disclosure practices at a major cancer center. I've created a beautiful PowerPoint for you all, and I look forward to sharing that with you. Stay tuned. Request for Non-Disclosure by Melinda. Doctors are responsible for educating patients and providing them with full disclosure in regards to diagnosis, various treatments, risks, and benefits, as well as prognosis. Disclosure. Disclosure is the action of making new or secret information known. Non-disclosure. Why would withholding information from the patient be considered an option? Perhaps the concept is shocking to some, yet historically, patient non-disclosure regarding serious life-threatening or terminal illness was the norm in virtually all societies. Non-disclosure. A therapeutic privilege refers to an uncommon situation whereby a physician may be excused from revealing information to a patient when disclosing it would pose a serious psychological threat, so serious a threat as to be medically contraindicated. This twist from ethical standards was examined in a case study, which explored practices at a major cancer center. Below are some of the reasons they found in support of non-disclosure: sensitivity to cultural norms, the patient's fragile emotional state, respect for the patient's expressed wishes, family's wishes, and maintenance of hope. Sensitivity to cultural norms. Arabic, Middle Eastern, and Hispanic families made frequent requests to withhold medical diagnoses and prognoses from their patient family member. In Japan, family receives diagnoses and clinical plan before the patient, and in China, the family has the primary decision-making responsibility. Traditional Navajo belief discourages hearing potential risks because it invites them to occur. The patient's fragile emotional state. Patients already mentally distressed may be considered incapable of processing serious diagnoses or prognoses without becoming suicidal. Respect for the patient's expressed wishes. Some patients do not wish to know the details of their conditions. In the case of waiver, the patient determines that he would be harmed by disclosure. Thus, waiver can be viewed as the patient's therapeutic privilege not to know. Family's wishes. Family may feel obligated to protect their ailing loved one from the burden of worry, loss of hope, and responsibility for difficult decisions. This sense of duty arises from a moral stance called role obligation, in which the person believes that the greatest good will result if he or she is true to a particular role, in this case, that of family protector. Maintenance of hope. In some circumstances, withholding the truth to protect hope can be considered a morally acceptable option when truth-telling has the potential to destroy hope's therapeutic effects. Ethical theories. What direction could examination of ethical theories provide? Utilitarianism. If the purpose of morality is to make life better by increasing the amount of good things, then withholding information from patients is not going to change the diagnosis or prognosis. Therefore, it has not added pleasure or happiness, although it could be argued that it has decreased some degree of sadness because ignorance is bliss. Deontology. Physicians have a duty to provide care to their patients. Is he or she capable of doing such when denying the patient full disclosure? Abuse of therapeutic privilege for the purpose of advancing the physician's preference is, in essence, using the patient. Kant would expect physicians to be upfront with their patients and deliver full respect for their autonomy, giving them opportunity to make their own informed decision. Social contract theory. Social contract would dictate that the physician would only be obligated to inform the patient if others could also be expected to commit to that same level of honesty. Despite sensitivity to cultural norms, the patient's fragile emotional state, family's wishes, and maintenance of hope. The only catch would be the patient's expressed wishes. Virtue ethics. Compassion is a virtue which could defend the use of non-disclosure. However, honesty, dependability, loyalty, fairness, and prudence are all virtues which could be cited in support of full disclosure. Do non-optimistic prognoses warrant deception and coercion? Because therapeutic privilege disrespects the patient's autonomy, the answer is surely no. There may be legal recognition for it. However, most often, non-disclosure occurs not because patients have explicitly made such requests, but because doctors wrongly assume patients would not like to know. Such assumption is paternalistic and tramples on patient autonomy. The ethical choice. Although many would argue in favor of non-disclosure, perhaps with reference to one of the above prescribed reasons, its use is seldom truly justified. A practitioner would be wise to choose veracity, but seasoning it with cultural understanding and human compassion. Deception for the common good is still deception. Honesty will increase trust and strengthen the physician-client relationship.